So you want to know how to outline a blog post that ranks on Google, and not the 26th page of Google, but page 1. Well, in today's video, I'm going to walk you through the exact process I use, without any hidden secrets, of outlining my blog content as well as my YouTube videos using keywords everywhere and a bonus, ChatGPT this week. So without further ado, let's get on into it. So everyone and their mom is talking about ChatGPT lately. And to be quite honest, it's going to speed up our content creation process, but you should never be copying and pasting what's given to you from ChatGPT onto your website or social media channels. It's also not going to help you make $4 million in 4 hours like some of these gurus are claiming. But that doesn't mean we can't use these tools to speed up our own workflows and to make ourselves more efficient. That is the goal of today's video, is to help you become more efficient at outlining your blog content and then writing it. Not to sound like your grandma here, but this is going to take a little bit of hard work from you. I don't know, does anyone ever say elbow grease anymore? Put a little elbow grease into it, use your brain. We are going to be doing both of those things as well as using these tools to speed up our process and creating killer content that you can put on YouTube or your website. Now, step number 1 to actually accomplishing a killer outline is to determine your topic. What do you want to write about? What do your readers need to know about it? And that's really simple. So in today's video, I'm gonna walk you through a very specific topic I've actually previously written about. I rank on page 1 of Google for this on my travel blog. And that topic is how to flat tow a Jeep behind an RV. Because I already know about this topic, I've written about this topic, I have hundreds of thousands of views on a YouTube video on this topic. It's gonna be easy for me to use that example to show you today. So that's gonna be my topic for step number 1. Step number 2 is determining your end goal for that reader or that viewer. What do we want them to do at the end? That way we know how to take them on a journey with us, and it's not a one-off peep show kind of thing, right? Because we want them to come back. So what is your end goal? In my case, I may want to have them join my email list. I might want to have them buy a low-cost product from me, maybe an ebook or a digital product of some sort. On my travel blog, I offer an RV travel checklist for travel day, which includes some details about hooking up your Jeep to your RV safely. So in that case, that would probably be my call to action and the end goal for the person viewing the video or reading the blog post. So what is that going to be for yourself? Okay, here is where we get to the fun part, and I'm actually going to take you inside of my ClickUp. And I'm going to show you exactly what I do when I'm outlining a piece of content, and I'm going to show you the full behind the scenes, the exact process I'm using. Okay, so step number 1 is actually creating a task inside of my ClickUp for us to actually outline. So I have that task here now, and I told you that we are going to be outlining a piece of content about how to flat tow a Jeep behind an RV. Now, the first thing that we want to actually do is start with original research. What is original research? Original research is what comes from you and your brain. What is your audience asking you? What are your paid clients asking you? What are people telling you in your community, in your comment sections that they want to know more of? Or what questions are you answering and what answers are you giving them? That's all original research. Original research is original to you, not what Google is telling you. So I want to actually start by doing original research first. And this might just be original thought or something that you want to cover in your content. So inside of this template, I actually have my full outline and all the details that I want included in my outline in here. And this is a template that's automatically applied by ClickUp. So I am going to go through and I'm going to add my original research really quick, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've done my original research here, which is peeling all of the things out of my brain that I know I am going to get questions on or I've gotten questions on in the past. So for those of you that are not aware, we used to live and travel in an RV for a year, and we flat towed a Jeep behind an RV, and it was a manual transmission too, so it's a little bit trickier. So anyways, this is the blog post that still ranks on page 1 of Google for our travel blog, and this is the example that I'm outlining today. So I've done that original research here. Now what we're going to do is move into the next step. So step 4 is actually going to Google and beginning to see what other questions people might be asking to include in our own blog post in order to rank on page 1 of Google. So what we're going to do is we're going to input our main search term, or what we think our main search term is going to be. And for me, that is pretty simple. It's how to flat tow a Jeep behind an RV. Now, in my situation, my Jeep was a 6-speed manual transmission. So I might even want to get a little bit longer and say how to flat tow a Jeep with a manual transmission, but we'll get more into that. So essentially what we're really looking for here is the people also ask questions. Now, I like to have a few main keywords, and I'll get into this later on the keywords that we're going to use in the content, but I like to have a few main keywords that I'm going to use, and I use those main keywords to actually look at the people also ask questions. So you're not going to just look at the people also ask questions on one search. It's going to be on 4 or 5 different searches because you want to include a multitude of keywords that you can potentially rank for on Google. So when we're looking at this, we are going to just look right here at the top of the people also ask. Quick little hack, if you open these up a couple of times, it will add some more questions down here at the bottom. And then what you can do is you can come in here and you can copy and paste these into your document. So I actually like to just copy and paste all of them and put them in this little section of my people also ask in my outline. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to just pop back over and I'm going to look at some extra keyword searches over here. And then I'm going to look at the questions that people also ask in that section too. Now, a lot of these might actually end up being duplicates, and that's just fine. We're just going to grab them and we're going to filter through them later. And then let's just go ahead and look at this one. This is a pretty high competitive keyword, but that's all right. We're just going to go with it. All right, now that we have a number of questions here, we're going to come back to this later. However, we are going to start now looking at step 5. So step number 5 is actually your keyword research phase. So we have the people also ask questions. Those are considered keywords, believe it or not. We'll get to that in a moment, but what we're going to do is actually open up GPT. You need to have keywords everywhere. Just the free version for this part of the example is fine. You will need a paid subscription to Keywords Everywhere if you would like to use that tool for your actual keyword research on Google. So you can see here, I can see volume and competition on these keywords. If you want to be able to see that data and see what keywords you actually have the ability to rank for, you will need a paid subscription or a set of credits on your Keywords Everywhere. So no affiliate link, just go to Keywords Everywhere and upgrade to a paid subscription. You can see here, well, it doesn't actually show that mine's paid, but it is. So anyways, free ChatGPT, free Keywords Everywhere to get started. So what you want to do is click your templates down here. Once your Keywords Everywhere extension is on, this little thing will pop up. You may need to refresh your screen to get it to pop up. Then you're going to go to SEO as your category. Your subcategory is going to be keyword research, and your template is going to be related keyword generator. If you don't know where to start, you might want to start here in keyword strategy. I don't want 500 keywords. I would say start with like 25 and then put your topic in that you know you want the information on, and then you can start with like a keyword strategy. What this is going to do though, it's actually going to generate different topics that you can write about and the keywords that you should use, as well as a description and a title. This is really great. However, I already know what keyword research I'm going for, what my main topic is. So I really just want to jump right into using the related keyword generator. So you can see here on the screen, this is what this looks like. I'm actually going to stop this and I'm going to go back to my templates and I'm just going to change it to related keyword generator. I'm going to paste that in there. And I don't usually like to start with a ton. I would rather start small and build onto it. That way I'm not overwhelmed with information. So let's just tell it to give us 15 for now and click execute. Then what it's going to do is it's going to generate all of this information for us, and we'll be able to take this and put it in our outline. Okay, so it's given me 15 keywords and their search intent. And you can see here that this one says commercial and a few of these say commercial. That basically means that someone's going to be looking to purchase a product for that keyword. And if you have an affiliate link, you might want to use that keyword with your affiliate link for that particular intent. However, I think that this is a solid place to start. So we're going to take a look at these. I'm just going to leave these here, and I'm actually going to go back into my templates, and I'm going to tell it I want long tail keywords. I'm going to paste in my search here, and I'm going to tell it I want to start with 15 and go ahead and execute. So we're going to use these supplemental ones, the related ones, for more ideas. So while this is generating, let's actually talk about this. So in my original blog post, I actually talked about dinghy towing, brake systems. I didn't talk about the Roadmaster tow bar, but I did talk about the Blue Ox tow bar because that's what we own. And I did talk about like auxiliary braking systems and things like that, tow vehicles, towable cars, what Jeep models are towable. So essentially what these related keywords should do for you is to give you additional ideas of topics you can cover in your long form piece of content. Now, the related or the long tail keyword section is actually done generating. So what we want to do is actually start copying and pasting these into our ClickUp. But you can see here that it gave us the information with quotation marks. I don't like it when it does that. That's all right. So we're going to pop in here and we're going to add a bunch of rows. And we're going to ignore volume and competition for now. But I'm just going to go ahead and finish copying some of these in. Okay, so I've got my keywords inputted into my template here. If you want this template, I'm actually giving it away for free. You can check the description of this video down below and grab this template totally free. You just have to input your email address so I can actually send it to you and I don't have to do it live. Okay, so we have our keyword research in here. Now what we want to do is actually start filtering through these questions and beginning to piece together our outline. Okay, so I have my general outline actually scrubbed. I scrubbed my questions and my keywords to make sure that I'm including everything in there that I want to include based on my research. Now what we're going to do is actually go back into ChatGPT and we're going to go back to templates. And we are going to have GPT and Keywords Everywhere generate an outline for us so we can compare the two and see if there are any gaps in our strategy. So what you're going to do here is go to copywriting, and subcategory is going to be blog writing, and then your category here is going to be generate a blog post outline. Now we're going to take our main keyword here. I keep putting this one in. I keep pasting this one in, and we're going to tell it we want about 12 headings, give or take. You could say 10 if you wanted to. You could even say fewer. I think in mine I have 9, and I have a number of subheadings, which would probably actually make it closer to 15. So what we're going to do is execute that template, and we're going to let it tell us what GPT and Keywords Everywhere would suggest for this topic. Okay, so it's actually generated quite a great outline for us. This is actually really close to my original blog post. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back in and start adjusting my framework and seeing what gaps I can fill with this. So I really like this big heading here. I'm going to talk about all of these things in that blog post, but I like this big overall heading for preparing your Jeep to flat tow. So let's pop back over to my outline, and it says setting your Jeep up to be towed. That was one of the questions and keywords. So what we're going to do is we are going to just make a note next to this for that to be an H2. And then I'm going to take a peek here and say, okay, we need a tow bar, we need safety cables, we need base kit, wiring kit, braking system. We need all of that for the Jeep. And then our next one is setting your RV up for flat towing. I didn't actually include that part because, well, I should have included that part. I think I was going to just include it in this overall topic here. But let's go ahead and just add another topic here for setting your RV up for flat towing. Okay, so I've got that section here. Now I'm adjusting this one that I'm adding in. And there was a topic up top that I'm actually going to move down to this other section. So this is where you're just going to, as you start to piece together your outline, you're going to start moving these things around. Okay, so now that I have my final outline here from what I generated out of GPT, I'm going to show you the difference. I added a couple of topics from each of these big headings for gaps, like I said, that I was missing. I also added some common questions that people are going to ask because we've gotten asked these questions in our YouTube comments and emails in the past. And I left this part out because I'm not a lawyer. We're not talking about this today, although everyone should have car insurance. But I also then went on and added my call to action. Now from here, what I would like to do and what I usually do is actually start by writing my hook, my intro. So as you begin putting your hook together, you're also going to want to start thinking through what are your supporting sources? Do you need any? Are there any internal links that you want to include from your own website? You're going to want to start gathering all of that together. Once you have all of that together, you can start actually piecing that into the outline itself. That way, when you actually sit down to write, you can have your outline on one screen and you can begin writing on the other. Or if you're like me, you just start writing, copy and paste your outline into a Google Doc and you start writing right inside of it. And then that becomes your full final product. I write one draft and it's the final draft. I always got an A on all my papers in college. So this works for me. You do you and whatever's going to work best for you. But you do want to start with your hook, and your hook should include your main keyword for Google. Our main keyword in this example is going to be this full sentence right here. It's full question. People type this into Google. This is exactly what I want to rank for. So that's going to end up actually being my title as well. And it's going to be more of a how-to. How to flat tow a Jeep Wrangler with an automatic transmission behind an RV. Lots of words. That will be the final title. And then the rest of this is going to be the first leading paragraph. Then you're going to launch into, these are all going to end up being H2s, but you're going to launch into actually writing your topics. These are going to be additional questions that you can bold within the content and then go on to answer. They do not need to be H2s. The only H2s are going to be your main numbered points here. And then you're going to include any of those internal links, and at the very end, your call to action. What do you want them to do? Did you want them to watch a video? Make sure you embed it. Do you want them to join your email list? Make sure you have a way to do that. Do you want to sell them a product? Make sure you do that. So in my final blog post on my website, let me actually get you there. We actually include the YouTube video at the top, and then we start right out. This is our title on the blog post itself. So this was created by the blog theme, and then we just start right on into the content and we cover all of that. We also link our affiliate links in here, including the tow bar and the braking system. And then I actually put a full kit here. We actually own all of this stuff still, so we could technically still tow if we had a motorhome. And then I'm just going through and I'm answering all of these questions that people are asking, including additional questions. And we actually ended up making a second video with a Q&A because we had so many questions along the way. And that's basically it. That is my process of actually outlining from start to finish a killer piece of content that's going to rank on page 1. We don't care about copying and pasting and plagiarizing content out of GPT here. We care about actual functional skills that you're going to be able to use and actually get traffic. And to do that, you need to be really intentional with the way that you're creating your content. So for me, I actually film on this YouTube video, this YouTube channel actually film first. So I do the same process. This is my outline for my content. I'll actually show you the outline for this YouTube video. So I actually fill out like all of this information. I do all my keyword research, all my questions people ask, and then I jump right into the outline. And then I link screenshots of things in my Google Drive for this piece of content. I am adding in any additional things like what YouTube video I want them to watch next, what blog post we're going to link to. I need to actually go back and finish all of that for this piece of content. And then if there's anything in the final blog outline that's going to be different from my YouTube video, I go ahead and fill all of that in as well. And I'm making notes for my team. So just full transparency here on this YouTube channel, I have a video editor, and I also have a content manager, and I have someone that actually transcribes my content for me. So I do a lot of work, but I don't do all of the work. I probably do 60% of it, but the other 40% is definitely done by a team. So if you don't have a team, you can definitely utilize this system. I actually just want to go and show you just really quickly this template that I'm giving you for free if you would like it. I'm very serious about my templates. I don't like cheap ass templates that make no sense, that don't tell you how to use them. I hate that when I buy something or get something for free and it's literal trash. So if you want this template that I actually worked inside of for this video and I use every single week for my own YouTube and blog content, it's this one, and it's totally free and it's in the description. So I have my list here with my preferred view, how I want it seen. I have a content task template in there and it's the exact same one, as well as my checklist. And then I walk you through the exact process of customizing this template for yourself. And yes, I could sell this, but yes, it is free and it's in the description down below. So go grab it. Absolutely no pressure on that, but if you want it, it's yours. This is exactly how I outline my content and I rank on page 1. And I invite you to grab this template for yourself and try this out for yourself. It really does work. It really is efficient. It really isn't plagiarism, and we're not copying and pasting anything out of ChatGPT. The Copyright Office in the United States has actually released information on this, saying that any content generated by AI is not protected with copyright, and you will have to disclose it if you do try to file a copyright. And since the majority of people don't file for a copyright in the US, where does that leave us? Is the content that we create with ChatGPT, if someone goes on to steal that content from us, are we even protected? Does all of that even matter? Where does that leave us? So I highly encourage you to do the hard work yourself. Put in the effort, outline your content, write it yourself. You can use these tools to speed things up, but I highly, highly encourage you to put in that hard work. That way, you know at the end of the day, you're protected with your copyright, and if someone steals it, you can file a claim against them. So without further ado, I would highly suggest you head on over here and watch these content strategy videos, and I will see you over there.